England have just released their Six Nations squad and we're going to react to it together. I've read over it once and it looks like a very strong team. But I mean, in the forwards, they've gone for Ollie Chesham, Arthur Clarke, Alex Coles, Luke Cowan-Dickie, Chandler Cunningham South, Tom Curry, Theo Dan, Trevor Davison, Ben Earl, Greg Vissalau, Ellis Genge, Jamie George, Joe Hayes, Maury Itoje as captain, Emmanuel Iugon, Guy Pepper, Henry Pollock, Bevan Rod, Vlikesa Sela and Sam Underhill. Looking at the forwards there, just reading it over once now, reacting to it, what I can say is England have a powerful forward pack and they have depth. One thing England does not lack right now is depth. I mean, I know there's been like some injuries of like Will Stewart and other players, but this forward pack looks proper. And I will say, over the recent months and seasons and games, England is really trending up. I think ever since they 2 years ago went toured to New Zealand and they took New Zealand 3 close times. I know they lost those games, but they took New Zealand quite close 3 times in New Zealand. That just shows how far this squad has come. And I mean, having won the amount of games they have won, I think England is probably one of the teams to beat this year. As I've said in other videos, once a team knows how to win, it's very difficult for them to stop. I mean, if you think about the All Blacks team back in the day, they would just win all the games, even if they didn't have their best game, even if they weren't the better team on the day, they just knew how to grind out wins. And I think this England team is trending in the right direction. And I think my hot take for England this year is that by the end of the year, they're going to be, maybe not in the rankings, but just overall, in general knowledge, they are going to be the second best team in the world at the end of this year. And I think they're going to be one of the favourites for the next World Cup. Now, looking at the backs, they've gone for Henry Arundel, Seb Atkinson, Elliot Daly, Fraser Dingwall, Emmanuel Faye-Waboso, George Ford, Tommy Freeman, George Furbank, Alex Mitchell, Caden Murley, Max Ojomo, Henry Slade, Marcus Smith, Ben Spencer, Freddie Stewart, and Jack van Poortvliet. Once again, there's some young players there, some experienced players, but all of them have experience and all of those guys are game-changing players. I mean, that is a phenomenal backline right there. Just looking at that, yeah, England's got some really good depth this year. And as a South African fan, I think that the England-South Africa game this year in July or June, whenever it is going to be probably the game of the year. Honestly, it could be the game of the year unless they meet each other again in the final of the Nations Series or the Nations Cup, whatever it's called. But yeah, looking at the squad here, that is a phenomenal team from England. Now, I will be doing a video of who I think might be the starting lineup in their first game and who I think they might choose, who Steve Borthwick might choose. But just looking at the squad here, I think this is probably one of the top 2 squads right now in the Six Nations. I mean, after France released their squad and dropped quite a few of their star players, I genuinely believe that England and Ireland right now, alongside France, are the 3 strongest squads. I know Scotland's got a strong squad, but I mean, just looking at this England team, if they were to pick up injuries, they'd still be fine. I mean, every single position, they've got some great players, and some players I'm really excited to watch from this team are the likes of a Guy Pepper if he gets an opportunity, Henry Pollock, hopefully he can play from the bench. I think his best position right now for England is from the bench. You have Alex Coles, who I rate really highly, Ollie Chesham, and then in the backs, Henry Arundel makes a comeback. You have Emmanuel Faye-Waboso, Tommy Freeman, George Ford, Henry Slade. Some incredible players in this team. Marcus Smith. Good to see Jack van Poortvliet back as well. I think he's going to be trying to make a statement. But I do think that Ben Spencer will probably be the scrum off alongside Alex Mitchell. But it's going to be interesting to see who they choose a year out from the World Cup. But yeah, this is a very strong England side. And I think they're going to do quite well in the Six Nations. I will do a bit of a prediction of who I think will win the Six Nations and how I think every game will go in a separate video. But what I can say is I do think England's going to do very well. And with a squad like this, they are just trending up right now. Got key, very, very important Six Nations for the likes of Ellis Genge, some of the leaders in this team like Maury Itoje, George Ford, to really stamp their way into the team and show that they have what it takes to be leaders going into the 2027 World Cup. But yeah, start of a potentially very exciting season for England. I know they've got some tough games this year, but I think all the countries have tough games this year, so I can't wait to see how they go. Yeah, this looks like a very, very good and very strong England side, and if I was an England fan, I would be very excited about the squad. I think they definitely are trending up in the right direction, and even with some injuries in some key positions, they still look very strong. So yeah, guys, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. We'll be covering all the Six Nations games, previews, who we think they should choose, player ratings for each team, reviews right after the game, full-time reactions, everything. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.